Southern Italy, summer 216 BCE. The sun rose blood-red over the fields of Cannae, a quiet town near the river Aufidus. But on this day it would be no quiet place. It would be remembered for centuries as the site of Rome's darkest hour. The Romans had come in force. Under consuls Lucius Aemilius Paullus and Gaius Terentius Varro, they assembled over 85,000 men, the largest army the Republic had ever raised. Heavy infantry, veteran centurions, allied cavalry. It was a force meant to crush Hannibal once and for all. But Hannibal was ready, and he was smiling. The Carthaginian camp buzzed with controlled tension. 40,000 men, Iberians, Gauls, Numidians, and Carthaginians, stood at the ready. At the center, Hannibal sharpened his sword, then turned to his generals. They think numbers win wars. Today we teach them otherwise. His brother Mago and the seasoned Hasdrubal took position on the flanks. Maharbal, always eager for blood, led the Numidian cavalry on the left, watching the horizon like a predator. August the 2nd. Dawn dust choked the air as Roman legions advanced. Their confidence was iron. They had forced Hannibal to battle on an open plain. No tricks, no mountains, no snow. Just strength against strength. Hannibal arranged his troops in a crescent, a bowstring pulled tight. At the center, his weakest troops, the Gauls and Iberians, stood vulnerable. Behind them, veteran Carthaginian heavy infantry waited in tight ranks. On the flanks, cavalry and ready to spring. Varro, in command for the day, ordered a frontal assault. Thousands of Roman soldiers charged forward, pushing into Hannibal's center. It bent, but it did not break. The trap had begun. As the Roman column pushed deeper into the center, they found themselves surrounded by rising walls of shields. The crescent curled inward. Carthaginian infantry swept from the sides. From behind, Hasdrubal and Mago closed in like jaws. Then Maharbal struck from the rear. The Numidian cavalry, having crushed the Roman horsemen, thundered back onto the field, slicing into the Roman rear. The greatest army in Rome's history was now surrounded, trapped in a ring of steel. No retreat, no mercy, Hannibal ordered. Let Rome drown in its own blood. 6 hours of slaughter. The Roman line collapsed inward. Men screamed, horses shrieked. Blades hacked blindly in the chaos. Some Romans tried to swim the river and drowned. Others were trampled. Most simply fell where they stood. Over 50,000 Roman soldiers were killed, 10,000 captured, barely 6,000 escaped. Among the dead lay Consul Paullus, countless senators, and Rome's hope. One historian later wrote, "You could walk across the field of Cannae without touching the ground, and only corpses." Nightfall. Silence. The stars watched over a valley-turned graveyard. Maharbal stood beside Hannibal, his armor slick with blood. "March on Rome," he urged. "You will dine in the Senate in 5 days, but not how to use them." Maharbal turned away, furious. "You may win battles, Hannibal, but you do not know how to win the war." Back in Rome, horror gripped the streets. The Senate forbade public mourning. Women wailed in private. Fields were left unharvested. The Republic itself seemed to teeter, but it did not fall. Rome, battered and bloodied, dug in deeper. New legions were raised. Slave armies were promised freedom. Even boys were conscripted. They would not surrender, and Hannibal? He camped just days from Rome, but no siege came. The ghost of Cannae haunted both sides. To be continued in Part 4, Hannibal Before the Gates. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. More epic history, battles, and legends await. Hit the bell so you never miss a part of the saga.